Alexander Thorne was not born powerful, but by the time his name echoed through the glass towers of San Francisco and Manhattan, power seemed to follow him like a shadow. He built Thorne Dynamics with a mind trained to see the world as a board of moves and countermoves. Across the country, in a tower just as tall and just as cold, Victoria Sterling ruled Sterling Systems with equal force. She was brilliant, sharp, and unafraid to crush anything that stood between her company and the future. The press loved them as much as it feared them. Every product launch, every interview, every stock fluctuation became part of a long-running public drama labeled Thorne versus Sterling. They traded lawsuits instead of pleasantries, undercut prices instead of shaking hands, and turned boardrooms into battlegrounds. Leaked emails surfaced. Patent wars filled federal courts. Analysts spoke of winners and losers as if the end were inevitable. What no one saw was the cost. Alexander worked through nights lit only by screens, haunted by the fear that one wrong move would erase everything he built. Victoria smiled through exhaustion, carrying the weight of expectation in rooms where she was constantly tested. They told themselves they hated each other, but the truth was quieter and more dangerous. They understood each other perfectly. When the national cybersecurity crisis hit, it hit fast and without mercy. Financial systems flickered, government databases stalled, and panic spread through boardrooms across America. Within hours, federal officials made a decision no one thought they would ever make. They ordered Thorne Dynamics and Sterling Systems to work together. Alexander Thorne received the call in his San Francisco office. He stared out at the fog-covered bay, jaw tight. There was only one name in the briefing document that mattered: Victoria Sterling. Victoria read the same order in New York, her fingers resting still on the glass table of her conference room. For years, she had built strategies designed to beat Alexander, not sit beside him. Yet here they were, forced into the same war room by something bigger than ego. Their first meeting took place in Washington, D.C., inside a secure government facility. No press, no applause, just fluorescent lights and tension thick enough to feel. Alexander arrived first, calm on the surface, guarded beneath. When Victoria walked in, heels clicking sharply against the floor, their eyes met for the first time without cameras watching. It was brief, measured, electric. They shook hands, firm and professional, but neither missed the spark that passed between them. It unsettled them both. The early days were difficult. Meetings turned into verbal chess matches. Every suggestion felt like a challenge. Yet as hours stretched into nights, something unexpected happened. They began to notice how well they worked together. Alexander admired the speed of Victoria's thinking, the way she saw vulnerabilities before anyone else. Victoria found herself respecting his patience, his ability to stay calm while everyone else panicked. Late one night, long after government officials had gone home, they sat alone in the conference room, screens glowing softly around them. For the first time, the conversation drifted away from code and threats. "You don't sleep much either," Victoria said quietly. Alexander gave a small smile. "Comes with the job." That moment changed something. The walls lowered, just a little. Over the next weeks, collaboration became routine. They shared private jokes over bad cafeteria coffee. They defended each other's ideas in front of skeptical teams. When the crisis was finally contained, there was relief, but also an unexpected sense of loss. They had grown used to each other. After the crisis officially ended, they found excuses to keep talking. A follow-up call here, a quick strategy discussion there. One dinner turned into another, always framed as business, until one night, neither bothered pretending. Their love did not explode into existence. It grew quietly, steadily, built on trust earned under pressure. They learned each other's habits, Alexander's tendency to withdraw when stressed, Victoria's need to talk things through. They argued, sometimes fiercely, but never with the cruelty they once reserved for rivals. The first time Alexander reached for Victoria's hand in public, the world noticed. Cameras flashed. Headlines questioned motives. Boards demanded explanations. But behind closed doors, their bond only strengthened. They learned how to protect their relationship from the noise. Sunday mornings without phones, late walks through quiet city streets, moments where titles meant nothing. Love became their safe space in a world that demanded constant dominance. When people asked how it began, they expected a dramatic answer. A scandal, a secret affair, a calculated move. When they finally made their relationship public, the country reacted the way it always did to something unfamiliar, with division. To some, their love felt like hope. Young engineers saw it as proof that cooperation could replace endless corporate warfare. Startups found encouragement in the way two giants shared knowledge instead of destroying each other. University professors pointed to their partnership as a case study in ethical leadership, showing students that competition did not have to mean cruelty. Politicians praised the stability their alliance brought after years of market chaos. For the first time in a long while, the tech industry felt less like a battlefield and more like a shared mission. But others were not convinced. Critics warned that their relationship was dangerous. Commentators on business networks argued that love had no place in leadership. Some investors feared bias, secret deals, and unfair advantages. Rival companies accused them of forming an invisible monopoly, even though their firms remained legally separate. Online debates raged, questioning whether innovation would slow if rivalry softened. Tech needs pressure, they said. Without enemies, progress dies. Alexander and Victoria heard it all. At first, the doubt weighed heavily. Every joint appearance was analyzed. Every collaboration was questioned. Even their private moments felt public. But instead of pulling away, they leaned in, toward each other and toward the work. They decided their answer would not be words, but results. They created open innovation programs that allowed smaller companies to access tools once reserved for giants. They funded national cybersecurity training centers, preparing a new generation of engineers. They pushed ethical AI standards that other companies eventually adopted. Their teams worked side by side, not merged, but connected, sharing ideas while keeping competition alive in healthy ways. Hand in hand, they proved that love had not weakened them, it had sharpened them. Product launches came faster. Security systems grew stronger. Infrastructure modernized at a pace the country had never seen before. International rankings climbed. Foreign investors took notice. Tech hubs expanded beyond the coasts, bringing opportunity to places long ignored. Slowly, the criticism softened. Even skeptics had to admit the truth. Innovation had not slowed, it had exploded. Alexander still challenged Victoria in meetings. Victoria still pushed Alexander to think bigger. But now, those challenges came from trust, not fear. Their relationship became a balance of tension and support, ambition and care. Love did not end competition, it refined it. Years later, when analysts looked back at the moment the nation's tech industry truly accelerated, many pointed to the same turning point. Not a product, not a policy, but a partnership. Two rivals who chose to work together. Two leaders who turned doubt into momentum. Two hearts that refused to believe progress required destruction. And as technology in the country continued to rise, day after day, it became clear that love had not stood in the way of growth. It had helped lead the way. As the years passed and the noise around their relationship finally began to settle, Alexander Thorne and Victoria Sterling reached a quiet understanding about what they wanted next. They had built trust in boardrooms and survived storms in public opinion. Now, They wanted something that belonged only to them. They married on a clear spring afternoon in Northern California, far from flashing cameras and crowded stages. The ceremony was simple. Close friends, family, and a few loyal colleagues stood beneath tall trees as vows were exchanged, not between rivals or CEOs, but between two people who had chosen each other again and again. There were no speeches about stock prices or market share, only promises of patience, honesty, and partnership. The country watched from a distance, some still skeptical, many now hopeful. Marriage did not slow them down. If anything, it grounded them. Their businesses continued to thrive, fueled by clarity and shared vision. New research centers opened. Breakthrough technologies rolled out faster than ever. The nation's tech growth became steady and unstoppable, climbing higher each year. Alexander and Victoria remained fiercely independent leaders. But now, every major decision carried a deeper sense of responsibility, not just to shareholders, but to the future they were building together. Then came the children. First a daughter, with Victoria's sharp eyes and Alexander's calm curiosity. Then a son, quieter, observant, already fascinated by glowing screens and moving patterns. Parenthood changed them in ways success never had. Late nights were no longer spent only in offices, but in nurseries and living rooms, whispering lullabies instead of strategy. The world saw a new side of them. Employees spoke of leaders who understood balance. Critics who once called their love dangerous now admitted it had humanized power. Their children became symbols, not of privilege, but of possibility. Proof that ambition did not require sacrifice of family, and progress did not demand emotional emptiness. Through it all, Alexander and Victoria remained partners in every sense. They disagreed, debated, and challenged each other, but never lost sight of the life they were growing beyond profit margins and innovation charts. As their companies expanded and their children grew, one truth became clear to everyone watching. Love had not been a distraction from success. It had been its foundation. In a nation where technology continued to boom day after day, their story lived on, not just as a tale of rivals turned lovers, but as evidence that the strongest systems, like the strongest families, are built on trust, cooperation, and heart.